It isn't often that I speak about the same topic 2 weeks in a row, but even though I'm well aware that last week we spoke about anti-Semitism, this week the results came out of the first ever global study of anti-Semitism. And the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, polled 53,000 people in 96 different languages, and the results, I believe, are somewhat sobering. 1/4 of the world's population, indeed, according to the survey, harbors intense anti-Jewish sentiments. Now, that may not be surprising to many of you, but just seeing it documented in that way certainly gives you a little bit of a shudder. What happened was they made 11 statements that are attributed to anti-Semites. Jews have too much control in the media. Jews have too much power in finance. Jews are responsible for most of the world's wars. Jews care only about themselves. Attitudes that are seemingly anti-Semitic. And according to the survey, if someone voted and said that it was probably true to a majority of those 11 questions, that was the definition given, that they are harboring anti-Semitic attitudes. And as I said, over 1/4 of the world's population passed. Over 1/4 of the world, according to the survey, does harbor intense anti-Jewish feelings. 46%, listen to this, of people surveyed either never heard of the Holocaust or thought it was deeply exaggerated. 46% of the world. See where we've come. Interesting, 48% of those surveyed thought that the Jews made up more than 1% of the world population. Would you believe that almost 1 in 5, 18%, thinks that the Jews are about 1 in 5 in the population? And you know what the real number is. The Jewish population in the world is 1/5 of 1%. So people really don't have a good idea of what's happening. 74% of the people surveyed in all those countries never met a Jew in their lives. But get this, over 1/4 of them still had anti-Semitic feelings. And the results go on and on. You should read about it. Take a look at the study. And even though sometimes I question some of these surveys, the results, I believe, are pretty significant. Questions, of course, are why? Why anti-Semitism? And that's a discussion that's too long for now. I urge you to look at the Aish site right here, aish.com. Take a look at the amazing seminar that we do called Why the Jews, in which it's pretty much clearly explained, as I believe, that Jewish values and beliefs, they are the things that really cause anti-Semitism, because we just cannot harbor the burden of being good, and that's what Judaism means to the world. Take a look at why the Jews understand anti-Semitism. Something to think about.